They say when night falls and the house goes silent, when footsteps stop and no voices are heard, that is when the house begins to breathe and whisper, a sound unseen by anyone, yet you hear it in the walls and hallways. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll understand why some things never let you sleep when alone. I am Noah Bennett, collector of real terrifying experiences of people alone in houses at night. Recently, I've heard stories that made me shiver myself. Objects moving without being touched, shadows moving in empty hallways, whispers following you, all real. So invited Mia, my colleague and friend, to spend one night with me in an abandoned, decaying house on the outskirts of town. We wanted to see if the stories were true and capture everything on camera. If you stay until the end, the whispers you thought were imaginary may turn into a horrible nightmare. The house stood among weeds and dead trees, windows cracked, curtains hanging like torn wings, floors creaking under every step. Cameras were set up in each room, motion sensors activated, and we prepared for the night. The air was cold, damp, and heavy, like a living creature pressing down on us. Noah, do you feel it? The air here is alive, moving, Mia whispered, voice trembling. Yeah, feels like someone is breathing behind us, I answered, shivering. Suddenly, a faint tapping sound came from upstairs. Mia's flashlight trembled over the cracked walls. No one was there. Greater than, we thought we were alone, but the house had other plans. Story 1. A man alone in this house heard footsteps from upstairs every night. Whenever he followed them upon returning, his belongings were moved as if the house itself was alive. I ascend the creaking stairs slowly. Each step groans and shifts under my weight. My phone's light points toward a half-open door. From inside, a whisper. Don't look. Silence. As I raise the light fully, a shadow moves on the ceiling. 1 step, 2 steps. But the room is empty. Noah, please come down. Mia's voice trembles. I lift my head. A faint laugh comes from the hallway. Cameras capture the tremor. Our breaths quicken. A cold breeze passes, whispering, you shouldn't be here. Suddenly, objects start moving. A vase slides across the floor. A picture frame tilts. Doors swing open by themselves. A shadow passes the stairs. My heart races. If you've ever felt someone behind you when alone, like this, hit like now, the next part is one of the scariest moments. Story 2. A woman alone who saw eyes behind the window every night. Lights would go off. When turned on, no one was there. But reviewing the footage revealed whispers in the background. Greater than, I am watching you, always. I look out the window, the light reflects across the glass. A faint face appears behind me. When I turn around, no one is there. Mia has vanished. The camera falls to the floor. Her footsteps echo in the empty hall. I scream, Mia? Where are you? In the room, only Mia's shoes remain. On the wall, written with a finger. Greater than, you are never alone. The lights go out one by one. A whisper coils around my ear. Noah, come. It's safe. I slowly move toward the door. Another voice behind me says, something is behind you. Greater than, if you were alone and your name was whispered from another room, what would you do? Comment below. Maybe you felt it before. I wake up in the basement. On the wall. Greater than, this is where silence breathes. I call Dr. Lark. Dr. Lark, Noah, if you're still hearing whispers, you must get out immediately. They feed on your attention. Every time you listen, they grow stronger. The call abruptly ends. Shadows move in the dim light. Mia's face appears again, her lips moving with another voice. Greater than, you recorded us. Now we record you. The lights go completely out. Final frame, the camera lies on the floor, and in the lens's reflection, a human eye stares directly at the viewer. Suddenly, a drawer upstairs slams shut. A cold breeze extinguishes the candles. The sound of footsteps is heard again, but the hallway is empty. A whisper comes from the kitchen. "You shouldn't have come." In another room, the rocking chair moves on its own. The floorboards groan as if someone invisible is walking. A faint, long laugh echoes through every corner. A shadow appears in the doorway. Mia screams, her voice distant, reverberating through the empty room. The cameras shake, capturing vague shadows on walls and ceilings. The air smells damp and old, mixed with metallic notes like blood. Whispers constantly repeat our names. Doors slam shut on their own. Windows rattle in their frames. We run through the house, lights swinging, shadows fleetingly appearing. In the attic, old dolls turn their heads toward us. A clock ticks backward. A distorted child's voice whispers, "They are ours now." Mia disappears again. I follow her footsteps, but they lead nowhere. A mirror shows an unfamiliar face, but the eyes are familiar. My own eyes. The house is alive. Every corner, shadow, and whisper is intelligent. Finally, I reach the front door. It won't open. From the darkness, a chorus of whispers rises. "You can never leave. You belong to us." The camera falls. In the reflection of the lens, dozens of eyes stare at us. And then, silence. Greater than if you ever felt someone watching your house. Share this video with your friends. And be ready for the next recordings. The whispers never end.